Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. Today, we're excited to introduce Learn English Words Daily. In this session, we'll explore ways to expand your vocabulary each day and improve your language skills. We'll also cover some important disclaimers about the content's educational purpose. So, let's get started and make learning English fun and effective. Welcome back. Today, we're focusing on some common confusing words that often trip learners up. On this slide, you'll see the title Learn English Words Daily. And if you want to keep improving your vocabulary, just click here to subscribe. We're on lesson 176, and it's all about learning confusing words. Now let's look at these words: weeding, wetting, and wadding. They sound similar, but they have very different meanings. First, weeding refers to the process of removing unwanted plants from a garden or field. It's about cleaning up your plants to help the good ones grow better. Next, wedding is a celebration where two people get married. It's a joyful event filled with love, vows, and often a big party afterward. Finally, wadding means walking through water that's not too deep, often in a river or pond. It's usually slow and careful because of the water or the terrain. The key point here is to pay attention to the spelling and pronunciation, because these words, despite sounding alike, have very different meanings. Understanding these differences helps improve both your vocabulary and your clarity when speaking or writing. Connecting this to our overall theme, mastering these tricky words will make your English more precise and confident. So, practice these words, and soon they'll become second nature. Today, I want to emphasize the importance of consistently learning English words every day. Making it a daily habit can really boost your vocabulary and help you become more fluent over time. Remember, small, regular efforts add up to big progress. On this slide, you'll see options to like, comment, and share this video. Engaging with the content and sharing it with others strengthens your learning community and keeps you motivated. And don't forget, if you find this helpful, click here to subscribe. That way, you'll stay updated with more useful tips and lessons to improve your English skills. So keep this message in mind. Daily practice, engagement, and staying connected are key to mastering English effectively. Let's take a closer look at the word wadding. Wadding refers to the act of walking through shallow water or other liquids, and it often requires some effort. It's a movement that's not quite walking on land, but also not swimming, more like carefully navigating through water that's not too deep. You might think of it as scrabbling, trudging, or slogging through water. These are some synonyms that capture the physical effort involved. On the other hand, words like easing, relaxing, or lolling are antonyms because they suggest a more relaxed or effortless movement, the opposite of wadding. To give you a practical example, imagine children enjoying a day at the lake. They're wadding in the shallow part, splashing around and having fun without needing to swim. This sentence helps to ground the meaning in real-life situations, making it easier to remember. Understanding these nuances not only expands your vocabulary, but also helps you describe everyday actions more vividly. Remember, learning words like wadding enriches your ability to express scenes and actions clearly, tying back to our overall goal of enhancing your English skills daily. And if you want to keep learning new words, don't forget to subscribe by clicking here. Let's take a closer look at the word weeding. Weeding refers to the act of removing wild plants from a specific area where they are not wanted. This is a common task in gardening and maintaining a healthy lawn or garden. The purpose is to prevent unwanted plants from taking over and competing with your desired plants for nutrients and space. Now, some synonyms for weeding include preventing, hindering, and precluding. These words highlight the proactive nature of weeding. It's about stopping unwanted plants from growing or spreading. On the other hand, antonyms like including, accepting, and welcoming suggest the opposite idea, allowing plants to grow freely or even encouraging their presence. To put this into context, regular weeding is essential for keeping your lawn healthy and looking its best. If you ignore this task, weeds can quickly take over, making it harder for your grass or flowers to thrive. So, Consistent weeding is a key part of garden maintenance that contributes to a lush, healthy environment. As we continue with our theme of expanding your English vocabulary daily, understanding words like weeding helps you communicate more precisely about everyday activities, especially those related to garden care or environmental management. Let's look at the word wedding. A wedding is a ceremony where two people come together in marriage. It's a special event that signifies the beginning of their life together. Now, there are some synonyms for wedding, like marriage, wedlock, and espousal, which all refer to the same idea of two people uniting in a committed relationship. On the other hand, antonyms such as separating or divorcing highlight what happens when that union ends. For example, a sentence you might hear is, "They are planning for a big wedding for next summer," which shows how this word is used in everyday conversation. Remember, understanding these key points about the word, wedding, helps you better grasp related vocabulary and concepts as we continue to learn English daily.